Okay, so the first trade of the day was on LGHL. It was a red to green move. I missed the move a little bit, but now it went up to 888, which is where I sold my first 500 shares right there. And then unfortunately, when this dropped, I should have sold the rest of my shares immediately because it's showing a lack of strength momentum. The descending resistance line right here from this candle, if you drew a line from this candle to this candle and let it extend out, it would be creating resistance with this candle, which is why it went up to about that level where this line would be and fell. So I um, held through a lack of strength and momentum, and then, I paid for it. Gotten filled at 820 and under 8, which sucks. And then we've got, let's see what else we've got. Date today. We've got Jill at 936.35. So this was a halt resumption. See, it opened around 135. I put my order right above that. Only got filled 500 shares, unfortunately, but this ended up actually going into a halt and opened at like 150 exactly, which is where it halted. Went up to 155. I sold 125 shares, and then it dropped to like 140, 135, and I sold the rest. So that was a pretty good trade, but I would have liked it to gap up. The market was just really, really slow today, so there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to create. There just wasn't a whole lot of opportunity. This is Boxel at 941.12. So this was a pullback setup. You can see I'm taking the trade over the first red candle to make a new high, first green candle to make a new high. So I got filled right there. See that the stocks were just really hesitating today. Sold as it broke through the high, and it came right back down, so I sold the rest. That just kept happening today. Next, VXRT 948.09. All right, same setup. We had a sharp move up, a retracement in price, and then I wanted to take the trade over first green candle to make a new high. Boom, filled right there, 1564. Sold at 1569. What I ideally want to see on these is a move through the high of day, and you capture profit at like 16, 16.25. That's when there's a lot of momentum. For some reason today there was just no momentum. Thursdays seem to be really slow like that, so maybe that's a trend I need to take into account. VXRT again at 951. Same thing. The stock went up to the high and then pulled back. So I wanted to take a trade over 1575, which would also coincide with the high of day. That filled right there, 1585. These stocks were just so slow today. It's crazy. This trade goes on, I think, for a while. So yeah, I sold there. It just wasn't breaking through. And I think it did eventually, but I can't afford to hold through that hesitation because the stock hesitates, more short sellers are coming in and trying to push that stock down, and more buyers like myself are giving up. So you start to find this huge imbalance. The longer you wait, the longer you let your position stay there. This was 955.08. Okay, similar setup. We've got a pullback. Boom, filled at 376. Again, just a lot of hesitation. So I sold, I think, almost break even. It's really unfortunate because you have such a good setup here. You got this move up, you've got low volume, right? Red candles, not moving down the small bodies. And you've got this perfect green candle that could set up to break over the most recent high and the high a day. And sometimes that just doesn't happen, you know. Sometimes stock just don't want to do what you want them to do, and that's part of it. Voxel 959.08. Similar setup, sharp move up, pullback, and then this first candle to make a new high. Boom. We broke through 4. Usually that would create a huge move upward if the right momentum was there. It just wasn't there. I don't know if it's like a short seller's paradise on Thursday or what the deal is, but this is what kept happening. Voxel. Took a couple more losses. I didn't make any mistakes today, except for on one trade, LGHL, and it wasn't a no setup. It was just a matter of I didn't hold through, or I didn't sell when the stock stopped showing strength, which is a big no-no because that can lead to big losses. And in this case, it turned a $300 winner into a $50 loser, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's all I got.